Oh hey, I didn't notice you there. I was too busy being one in 20 people who still plays the 3DS, or the DS, or the Wii U for that matter. Shade. But that brings us to why we are here today. As some may know, the 3DS and Wii U eShops will be closing in March of 2023. And I know we had, 12 years to get a game that we really wanted on the 3DS system, but there are people that have a point that some games will not be around anymore because they were digital only. And that's also another reason why I'm not the biggest fan of just an all digital market, because we might lose games. So today I am here to give you some games that I believe you should get before it's too late, because we don't know if they'll come back. Now, some of these games on this list have a high chance of coming back with Nintendo Switch Online, or maybe even a series, or maybe even a port. But I definitely want to give you some things that I've played, or games that I think you should catch up on or add to your collection, because it would just be a tragedy if you couldn't play it again. And there are a lot of obscure games on this list. First and foremost, shout out to Felix Win. I would be amiss if I didn't give some love to Fantasy Life, because he said I should have this on the list, so it's not a good list. But you can also get Fantasy Life by retail, so that's why it won't be on this list, but it is a great game. Shout out to Felix. But first and foremost, please like and subscribe and click the bell so you can know when the next video is going up, and we'll get right into it. So the first game, I'm gonna start off with a banger. I'm gonna start off with the most important games that you maybe should get, because I don't know if the Pokemon company is really gonna put these back on the system for a low price. They might, but I am indeed talking about Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, and Crystal, and the Pokemon trading card game. We all play Pokemon, we know why you should get it. Pokemon has been around for forever. I literally grew up with Pokemon, so to be able to have the old school games digitally, and they're all about $10, sometimes they're $5, it's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth getting. And these are some games you definitely should get and add to your collection if you want to go back and play the older games. Of course, you know, you can play some remakes like Fire Red with some of the other DS and 3DS remakes, but if you want the OGs at a good price and you want to make sure you have that in your collection, this is the way to go. Let me tell you about Dillon Rolling Question. This game is so dope. It is so different. I was not used to what I was seeing. And for $10.99, if you like games that are kind of like castle building, castle defense games, this one's kind of unique because it feels like you're playing the Sonic the Hedgehog, but like with more action. Dillon Rolling Rush The Last Ranger is an action tower defense game which combines strategy elements of Dillon, defeating enemies with weapon emplacements and deploying them around the map, but also directly attacking your opponent. It's kind of like setting up traps on the battlefield and fighting for yourself. Check out the gameplay. I think it's definitely worth it, especially for $10.99. Next, I have to go with the Zelda Game Boy Color games, Zelda DX, Link's Awakening, also Zelda Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. A lot of those games are some classics that a lot of people didn't get to play, and it takes you in a land that's not Hyrule. And I don't know if we'll get another remake like Link's Awakening, but these games still hold up well today, and everybody should check it out. Next, I gotta talk about another one from Level 5. And man, when I tell y'all Level 5 had some really good hits. Level 5 had so many dope games on the 3DS, but Liberation Maiden, like, it reminds me of Kid Icarus, but in like in a Gundam Wing suit. And the gameplay looks good. This may be one of the best looking games on the Switch. And guess how much it costs right now? $7.99. Go check this out. You can't get more anime than this game. Next, I want to talk about Rhythm Heaven Megamix. The game is kind of like the WarioWare games when you got a bunch of mini games, but it is rhythm focused, so it's like a rhythm game. This was back when the rhythm games was popping, but this game is so fun and quirky. The soundtrack is amazing, and I think a lot of people missed out on this series. And Rhythm Heaven is one of those series that I really wish I could see again in the future. And I know a lot of people missed out on this, and it's still $30, so that tells you how good it really is. Next up, for my beat 'em up fans and for folks who love River City Ransom, how about River City Knights of Justice? This game actually goes back to medieval times with familiar characters. The same action you get with River City Ransom, you get with River City Knights of Justice, but in a medieval time setting. So the same functions, the same fighting things that you love. Something to check out. I think a lot of people did not know this came out. Kirby Blowout Blast is another one that was real fun. It was another attempt in full 3D by Kirby, but this game is all about swallowing enemies and spitting them back up to rack up the highest combos. And for $6, this is a very fun game. I want everybody to try it out because, again, it's digital only and you might not ever see it again. Gurmin 3D, a Monstrous adventure. Man, the music in this trailer alone should make you want to try this game out. I think this game takes you back to an era where quirky characters and the blocky 3D graphics of the 3DS was just amazing. I love the way it looks. You don't really get games that look like this anymore. It's reminds me of some of those games that put you in like those dungeon crawlers and just get in and do some action, but also the soundtrack is dope. Gives me like Crystal Chronicle vibes. And it's only $14, so you probably want to check that one out.
This land.
Next thing I give a shout out to Phoenix Wright, Duel, Destinies, and Spirit of Justice. I know we got Phoenix Wright fans, and this one can possibly come out in the future. But it's usually on sale for like $10. And these were also digital only Phoenix Wright titles, and they were fun. So if you're a Phoenix Wright fan, definitely check out this.
My holy insights reveal nothing but the one and only indisputable truth.
Mario Minis on the Move. We got another puzzle game, but from the Mario vs. Donkey Kong series, it's kind of like a side game with that mostly focuses on the puzzles versus the platforming. And with over 100 different levels, you can also make your own, and that's what a W is, because that's a lot of gameplay for just $9.
Sega.
Rhythm Thief, bruh. The rhythm games run rampant, don't they? But this one is so dope. And it has a little mischievous feel to it. You are a heroic thief in Paris. And you're exploring the world through the touchscreen with different mini games, obstacles and puzzles and things to do, but you do it by using the touchscreen and the gyro controls, or gyro. How do you say the damn word? Gyro? Anyway, it's definitely worth a try. It's still $20, but it's definitely worth a shot. Pushmo. Pushmo is so underrated. And it reminds me of a cute version of Catherine. You have to push, pull, and climb your way through puzzles. Ooh, another puzzle game, y'all. But 250 levels of great design, great soundtrack, and guess how much this one costs as well? $6.99. It's a steal. You better get it before it goes away. Next, we have Attack of the Friday Monsters, a Tokyo Tale. Look, I can't really explain this one, but again, it's a level 5 game. The graphics for the times and what it was on, the graphics for a 3DS game were pretty dope, and the story is wow. It also takes place in a card game with some familiar things that you might see, some familiar tropes in Japanese culture and kaiju and movie culture. I definitely think you should check it out for $8. Why not? One more game, Sakura Samurai. This one was real dope to me. You play as a samurai, but instead of hacking and slashing through multiple enemies, you have to use your brain with precision strikes. Every battle is different. You have to approach your opponent and pay attention, but you have to be a skillful samurai in order to save some people, save the world. get your Samurai shampoo on, you know? Honorable mentions, I would say Fire Emblem Fates Revelations, because that is DLC to a game that if you don't get this DLC, that's a lot of story that you'll be missing out on. So I think you might actually want to get that. And there are plenty of other games that I can come back. If you want me to look into more games for you to look at, please let me know. But again, I know there's been a big topic of games not coming back or games not being saved. I think we did have that chance to get these games years ago. Because let's be honest, how many people were actually focused on the Wii U and the 3DS? Me and a couple of people I know, the 3DS is still a valid system, so I understand the 3DS. But people complaining about the Wii U, let's be real here. Every year since 2013, 14, 15 has been constant criticism of the Wii U. But the minute that they said they were shutting down the store, all of a sudden, oh no, they're getting rid of it. I get it. But we'll talk about Wii U games you should get later. This was a 3DS video, and I just wanted to help y'all out. Please act fast. A lot of these games on this list are below $10, so with a good $100, you can get almost half this list, maybe the whole list if you got some deals or some coins. But definitely check these games out. The 3DS was a great console. The 3DS was a great handheld. I still love it to this day. And there are so many games that people have not been able to try out, and so many games that I want sequels to. But we might not get them, so please, if you're one of those people that want to have a decent backlog in the games that you missed, and you want to be able to play them in your actual hand, I advise you to take a look at this list. And again, please like and subscribe. If this helped you out, please let me know in the comment section. If there's some games that you want me to talk about, or some games that you think we should get, please comment down there. What are some of your favorite 3DS games? That's my question of the video. What are some of your favorite 3DS games? And what franchises would you like to see in the future? That's all for me today. I'm Blue Satire. And make sure you follow me on Twitch at Blue Satire as well as Twitter and TikTok. And I'm here to make content for y'all, and I appreciate y'all for watching these videos. I always have a great one. And don't let these hoes out there.